Hey y'all, welcome to Storytime with Kelly Really Rowe Part 2. Thought I'd tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from a real small town in Alabama, Fultondale, Alabama. It's such a small town, there was only like 75 people in my graduating class, so it's a pretty fair estimation to say that we all knowed each other. And to top all that off, my mama was a school teacher. She taught the school that I went to most all my life, and it's just something real wrong with having to ride to school with your mama every day. And you be in class doing your work and look up and mama standing at the door. Oh, it's just hard to be a kid when you growing up with your mama teaching in your darn school. And Daddy's favorite saying was, we don't need no encyclopedias, we don't need no world books, we don't need nothing like that, because your mama knows everything there is to know. What she don't know, don't need knowing. Well, for some reason, my daddy was a real aggravated feller all the time. There's 5 kids, I'm the middle of them. It's boy, girl, me, girl, boy. Well, to give you an example of how aggravated my daddy was most of the time, I was a little old kid one time, and my uncle, his daddy was a barber. Well, my uncle weren't no barber, but he had all the tools. So we would go over to my uncle's house to get our hair cut. Well, most of the time, me and my brother's haircut looked like we just got through with chemotherapy. Well, I went to sleep one night. I was a little old kid. Went to sleep one night with a big old water bazooka Joe in my mouth. And when I woke up in the morning, it was stuck right there at the back of my head. Went in there, and all my life growing up, my mama getting ready to carry us to school and all, and so Daddy was cooking breakfast. So Daddy's in there cooking breakfast, and Mama's in there getting ready and everything. And I went there, Mom, I got this water bazooka Joe in my hair. She said, go see your daddy. So I walked in there, and Daddy's cooking on the stove and everything. I said, Daddy, I got this chewing gum in my hair. He said, turn around and let me see it, boy. I turned around, he snatched that right out of the damn back of my head, and the back of my head looked like a darn cat's butt for about a month. But after we all got growed up and everything, we would come back to Mom and Dad's and do these Christmas gathering things. Well, my little baby brother, he'd always told this story about coming off down to Orlando with a friend of his. And Alabama ain't got no scratch-off lottery or nothing like that. Well, this guy he come down here with was broke, and when he got the motel room that night, his buddy borrowed a few dollars from him to go get him a 6-pack of beer or what he's going to do. And he walked across the street, and when he bought his beer, he bought him a scratch-off ticket, won $800. Walked back over there and gave my little brother his $10 back. And my little brother's always told that as a story about how that guy done him wrong. Well, one year me and the wife was getting ready to go up there, so I sent off and got me one of them fake scratch-off lottery tickets. Well, on the way up there, we stopped and got real ones everywhere and all this and everything. And so we was going to be up there like 4 or 5 days. So I had me a big old stack of them. Well, my little brother, first day I walk in there and I hand him 3 or 4. I don't know what to do with these. I said, here, scratch it off like this. And he scratched it off. And by the 2nd day or 3rd day, man, when I hand him a stack of them things, he'd pull that knife out and he was on it. And he won him 4 or 5. Well, everybody in the family knew I had a fake one in there, even his own kids, except him. Well, it come the last day that I had that fake one on the bottom of the damn stack of tickets I was going to give him. Well, I was setting up the camcorder, going to get it on video and all that and everything, and my niece's husband walked in the room when I was setting it up and said, hey, Kelly, you always setting up that camcorder and everything. Do you ever get anything interesting on it to watch? And I was like, well, watch this. Well, everybody's sitting there watching my little brother, and he scratched off that dang lottery ticket. It was a $20,000 winner. Well, you got to bear in mind, everybody knew except him. Well, they're all sitting there watching, and he's looking at it, and he's looking back at them. He's looking at it, and he's looking back at them. And then he got up, and he started doing this dance and everything. I done won $20,000 and all this. Well, my little brother ain't no great reader, but everybody kept saying, turn it over, read the back, read the back, read the back. He wouldn't do it. He ain't no great reader. So he handed it to me to read to him while he went to get on the damn telephone, quit his job, where he done won $20,000. He was going to get his teeth fixed, get his wife some tits, and buy a house for $20,000. Well, I went in there and got him off the darn telephone and got him in there. I said, now, hey, let's look at this thing and see what's all about. And everybody's sitting there holding their breath because they all knew. Even his own kids knew, but he didn't. And the first line I read him was, I said, okay, winner must fill out a form supplied by Santa Claus. And my little brother looked at me and said, "You mean I got to go to a goddamn mall and find a Santa Claus to get the form from?" Well, that's when everybody right there lost it. When I said, "Form must be verified by the Tooth Fairy," I want you to know to this day he carries that damn lottery ticket in his wallet and shows everybody that'll listen what his bastard brother did to him. Well, Mama being a school teacher, we grew up on the bank of the river fishing and everything. Me and my daddy'd always hunt and all this and everything. Well, I grew up with this damn big old healthy fear of snakes. Hate a snake. God damn, I don't trust nothing. You can't wear a vest. Well, y'all seen in part 1 about the little porn basket my wife got with the Kentucky warming jelly. Part 2 of that is I've been gone on the road for a while. I'm a construction worker. Believe it or not, they let me work at nuke plants. I know y'all are surprised about that because you expect me to be like a nuclear physicist or something, you know. But no, I'm a construction worker at a nuke plant. And I've been gone for a while, and I come home, and me and Mom was in the bed one night asleep. I hear a loud noise in the back of the house. So, nightstand beside the bed, I jump up and grab a pistol out of the damn nightstand and go snooping around the house to see what's there. The wife laying in the bed dead asleep. Never heard a damn thing. So when I go back in the bedroom and look at the corner, that nightstand drawer is buzzing. And I'm thinking, I'm about half asleep and shit and everything. And I look at that drawer and I think, there's a goddamn rattlesnake in that drawer. I swear to God. And how did I get that pistol out there and that damn snake didn't bite me? So I stood there for a minute and I pulled the hammer back. I was fixing to blow that drawer all to hell. But I thought, no, I'll go to jail and have a hard time trying to explain to people how I shot a damn nightstand in my bedroom at night. So I eased over there and it was one of them goddamn little bitty vibrators about that big that was in that damn little porn basket and everything. Well, I'm trying to figure out how to turn that son of a bitch off, and she's laying there in the bed asleep. And I'm thinking, well, let me ask her about it. And then I'm thinking, now how in the hell am I going to be able to explain to my wife that I got a goddamn own vibrator? She's going to be embarrassed about it, and what am I doing with it on? These are the problems that I'm faced in my life all the time. Well, this end of story time, Kelly Rowe Part 2. Now just try to remember, like my grandpa always said, live long enough to where you can be able to piss on your nuts. Roll Tide.